Alright, one last thing about the wrestling thing, because I did do that a while back. Well, last week. See, basically, what I was doing is trying to build up to where it's Hogan fighting Bill Goldberg for the world title. Bill Goldberg gets his title back. He has to lose it at some point, because that's where you come from when you have the finger poke of doom. You have to build back. And yes, I realize the orange is a bad mistake now. It used to work when you have cheaper makeup. When you got the good shit, it ain't worth the shit. Anyway. Basically, what we need to establish is to build back. Instead of finger poke of doom, we give the title to Hogan. No. And yes, I'm sure there were more other issues that needed to be fixed. The thing is, you have to have something to work and just, we'll have a power bomb and that's how he'll be defeated. You need to get there. And that was what I was trying to do. I'm trying to get where you have this big thing and there's this big matchup and Goldberg has to go through the entire NWO to get to Hogan. And then Hogan's the last on his list. First he beats Nash and I don't know. I forget what I said. Probably a Falls Count Anywhere match or something. Or a big street fight so they can both go through stuff. Yeah, it's got to be quick because that's what Goldberg's good for. Goldberg doesn't really do well in a long-running program, sadly. But it can be done, or fucking bull rope match, something, anyway. Cowbell. Anyway, fuck it. And then you get to Hogan with the cage. Alright, fine. You don't go to the cage. You go to a bunkhouse brawl. Because they were doing bunkhouse brawls, but that's basically a cage. Shut. First blood match. You go to a first blood match. Then you can have the return match be the cage because, for Goldberg to get over, he has to never lose. Yeah, this is why I'm not the biggest fan of Goldberg, but apparently he was over at the time. So, basically, if the person's over, your best decision is to utilize them the best of their abilities, to give them the spotlight they need, and if that's going to get you over, that's going to make you money, fine, build around that. At some point, I'd want to take the damn title off and put somebody else in there. And they were building Billy Kidman, who was over. And there's also Ray, who proved himself over, and did in fact become a world champion in WCW. I think Jericho's already gone at this point. Yeah, Malenko and them I can still utilize and build up. I can even build up Benoit, but eventually I'm going to have him beat. Because I know where he's going. He ain't staying. Same with Guerrero. I'm sure there's more to it than just he was scared of fucking Mike Graham. Benoit was scared of Mike Graham. I don't know about fucking Eddie. I just know Eddie realized he could probably get a better push, and he fucking did. He became the world champion at the WWF. A few times. He made the right choice. He went where they knew how to use him. They didn't know how to use him properly there, so fine, I understand. Saturn. I understand he's a tough guy in real life, but he was not over. Sorry. He had his moments, but yeah. Nobody wanted to push him at Bischoff, so hell, I may even at some point push fucking Shane Douglas. I was never impressed with his matches, but his promos were great. He could put together a competent match, and that's what you need, somebody who can put together a competent match and is over enough with the crowd. I probably would have also eventually pushed, of course I pushed Scott Steiner and Booker T, and Mike Awesome a little bit. Because eventually either I'd build up Scott Steiner to come after him, like, probably look at Hogan, tell him he dropped the ball, and then he knocks Hogan out of the thing. Yeah, I know, I'm stealing that, but fuck it. That's what wrestling sometimes works at its best, when you recycle things properly. If you do them in a certain way to where it's not obvious, like if you keep doing the Attitude Era, and yes, that was Attitude Era that I'm stealing there, But still, if you do it properly and you let enough time passes, it can work. I mean, a lot of the stuff that JR was doing as head booker, and he was the booker, Vince Russo was the writer, JR was the booker, was stuff that he took from his days in UWF. So fine. I would build back up to that. Get Goldberg back, knock him out of the fucking title picture for a little bit, have him beat down the entire NWO, the best NWO, and have them, after that, build him back up. Like, have Scott Steiner beating people, have Scott Hall beating people, have Nash rebuild himself. Maybe he'll beat Kidman in a hard-fought match for the IC title, and then Kidman will later come back and beat him for that, and go forward. But now, Kevin Nash has a reason to go back after the world title. Not just because he's, a name. But we actually built it that way. At some point, you can have, Kidman going after the world and whatnot. And eventually, Scott will get it, Steiner, and then Booker, because Booker was one of their better choices. Obviously. Was it 5 times or whatever? I don't remember how many fucking times he held that damn thing. He held the title enough times, and I remember him being the last world champion. Because Scott Steiner wasn't going to WWF, and because he was the most over, because there's a big-ass roster there. You could have put that on anybody who was going over. But they knew their best chance was Booker, and they proved it. So yeah, I would have used that. I would have built. Everything is a stepping stone. Yeah, no, I'm not spilling tea and I'm still drinking tea, but fuck it, I drink tea. So yes, I definitely would have gotten to the point to where I would have built on what they wanted. I don't see why, but whatever. My thought on Goldberg is the same thing WWF did when they first got him. It's just, I don't fucking care. But, just because I don't fucking care, I do understand that the fans care. That the people are into Goldberg. That the people will pay money to see Goldberg whoop ass. So, whatever. I'll give you what you want. I don't get it. I probably never will. But it's a better choice to give you what you want than the old bit. We've got so-and-so for you tonight. Boo, we hate him. Get him the fuck out of here. Well, you're going to have him anyway. Yeah, no. You don't make money that way, not in the long term. Give the people what they want. Of course, build to it, no just, throw it up against the, wall and see what sticks. You gotta build to what people want. That's why they have the slow build. That's why it took a little while before, what's his name? Daniel Bryan, I don't fucking know, became what he was. Because you had to get there. You couldn't just, okay, here's the title. Okay, now what? Yeah, exactly. See? Peace.